the offense. Remember, 4 offensive coaches have to be replaced after Josh McDaniels, who has been a mainstay there calling the plays, took a whole bunch of them with him to Las Vegas. And so, Nink, as our resident Patriot here, let me just get your thoughts. Belichick, he was a defensive genius before he became a head coach. Offensive play calling, do you think that works? Is it good or bad for Mac Jones? What do you think of Bill calling the plays?
Listen, it's great for Mac Jones. If you're Mac Jones and someone says you can sit next to Bill Belichick this whole season and he's going to explain to you every single defense in front of you and you need to execute accordingly, it's going to be a great thing. I mean, Bill Belichick is the smartest head coach of all time. And guess what? He is like a blimp. He's above the stadium and he knows offense. He knows defense. He's been around the game so long. He knows every offensive play that they're calling when Josh was calling the plays. So he knows exactly what's going on. He could be the OC if he wants to. And if you're Mac Jones, to sit with Bill every single day, I mean, it can only help you in your career. So I think that it would be a win for the Patriots, but they need to find some young talent in the coaching ranks to try and come in and be underneath Bill so he can learn and listen, and then he can move up the ladder, so to speak, because he can't do it all. Bill can't do everything. So, if he was going to be the OC this year, I think it makes sense because you have a second-year quarterback in Mac Jones, and to help him and to teach him everything that you know, I think that would help.
It's interesting to me that they go that way, but as we look up and down the staff, they didn't really have a lot of options, yes?
Right. So someone who knows Belichick once told me that one of his things is he wants to have like 6 or 8 coaches that he completely trusts and build everything off of that. McDaniel's obviously in that circle. But if you look at their offensive coaching staff right now with what's left, it's Ivan Fears, the running backs coach, has been there 25 years. Joe Judge, who was the special teams coordinator before he just spent 2 years with the Giants as head coach, and then some inexperienced guys. So there really is nobody. He's not going to hire somebody from the outside to put a new offense in. That's just not how he operates. So, yeah, I think it's a situation like Ninko said, where maybe there's somebody on that offensive staff that can train as a play caller and do it down the road. But the key thing with Bill is, why is he sleeping? It's his birthday.
We lost Swagoo. I think Marcus just contemplated the possibility of Joe Judge being the offensive play caller for the Giants for the Patriots, and what offensive plays he might dial up after his stint in New York. Is that what has you making that expression, Swagoo?
Gee, that's one of them. That's one of them. Listen, Joe Judge being on your staff may be good if you never hear his name or see him, okay? But I don't know what the hell Ninko is talking about. Let me tell you something, bro. I played for Nick Saban. He is one of the greatest coaches ever. He ain't calling no damn offensive plays. He ain't going to be the offensive coordinator. Bill Belichick is going to figure out somebody to call plays. I know I'm not sitting on Get Up. And Nink just said Bill Belichick is going to be the OC. No way, no how.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I did not say that. Okay, hey, you're putting words in my mouth now.
What did you say?
Listen, I said that if he was sitting with Bill every day, I said that if Bill was to be sitting next to Mac Jones every single day in his second year, showing him the defenses that Mac Jones is seeing as a quarterback, you're looking at defenses, and Bill's breaking them down, saying, listen, that's cover 2, that's 3, this is 5, this is 6, this is 1, this is 0, this is where you go with the ball, this is where you go with the ball. And he has implements on everything. He controls the defense, the special teams, the offense. Some coaches don't do that. Some coaches are just defensive guys. Some coaches are just offensive guys. Philosophically, Bill Belichick is
runs involved in offense.
He runs everything.
He ain't calling no plays.
I'll go get my rings. I'll show you how they look too. Because guess what? It's not just this is what Bill's going to do. I didn't say Bill was going to be the OC. When I was the starting defensive outside linebacker for the Patriots, guess what? We didn't have a defensive coordinator. You know who it was? It was Bill, but he didn't name it. They might not have a named offensive coordinator, but there's going to be a lot of influence from the same coaching tree.
He's going to go drop his rings on Marcus's birthday. This is not nice. I'm going to a break. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.